What's up, everybody? Ray Richter here. I'm just going to do a quick overview on some method of light composites, light painting composites, you could say. Similar to flash composites in the day, but instead of strobes, we're using what we painted at night. This is from a farm out in Madison, Ohio. I was out there last night with a buddy of mine. I'll just try and make this quick. This is our first frame here. I lit the tire on this one right here and the two lights up top. Try and give it a look like the thing is running or it's on of some sort. So what we're going to be doing, we're just going to be placing an image over top of the other, putting on a mask, and brushing out the rest. So let's go ahead and place our second shot. This one I tried to get the cab. There was a purple, or it was more of a blue. And it was a really hot blue, so I had to drop it down in Lightroom. Kind of gave me this purplish LED kind of look. I kind of dig it. But the sky and everything, we're not worried about that because we're not going to be using that. So we're going to mask that out, get the brush, and we are going to paint that sky out of here. So we don't want nothing to do with it. Got our tires back. We get that light back. Like I said, there's other ways you could do this. You could do with selections, paths, stuff like that. This I find is really quick, and unless you're doing something really intricate, I mean, I really don't think the paths or selections and everything is that much different. Let's get this light back. And one thing I do like about bringing that, when you bring that light back, you kind of get that darkness behind it because it's pulling in from this layer here, and it gives it a lot of depth right there. But we lost a little bit of the purple, so we're going to bring that back around the edges. And one thing I noticed here, let me finish this up and then I'll point it out. These were 30-second shots. I believe at 3.2 ISO, maybe 500, I think. But anyway, if you look closely right here, it's my face and my hand. So it would really suck to do an 8-minute shot or 5-minute whatever and try and do all of this painting in one go, and then here's your face and hand to ruin your entire thing. So that's one reason that composites really are nice. You can think your stuff through, you can plan it out, do it really like just really good precision. Not really surgical precision, but that's a little bit extreme to use that term. But alright, anyway, we'll keep moving. We'll place our third shot, which I believe is some red on this little front gnarly piece right there. We're going to place a mask on it, get our brush. And this red's a little bit hot. Let's brush out the rest and then we'll get to that next. Pick the right color. Alright, brush and brush. We're going to get all of our corrections that we've been making. We'll just brush those back in, keeping in mind that we do not brush over the red on the current frame, which is right here. You can see it. So we're going to have to like go back and bring some of that in there. Alright, so we got that red there. Now that's a little bit hot. Some of it might even be blowing out the highlights a little bit right there and stuff. So what you can do, there's two things you could do. You can take your opacity, drop it down a little bit, or this is what I'd rather do. I just, along with brushing, just take the brush, just give a dab, 1 or 2 on it, and be alright. Kind of like this. Let me go in here and give it like, make it dark on that inside. That's pretty cool. A little more right here. Okay, happy trees. Alright, we're going to place our fourth shot, which I believe is some more red, I believe. Yeah, on the tire there. So, it's kind of repetitive now. Put your layer, get your brush, brush back in all of the fixes that we've been making, keeping in mind not to hit the current layer that you're messing with. If you do, it's no big deal. It really is not at all. This brush is a little bit extreme. Alright, you can see we barely have anything left there. So let's kind of brush that back in. Alright, we got that. So it's that kind of ran into the position that, or the problem we had on the last one where it's a little bit hot. So we'll do the same thing. Take a brush, maybe lighten it up a little bit. There we go, something like that. Kind of gives it a little bit of, a lot more texture and stuff to all that. Alright, that tire, I kind of like the tire the way it was. That white looks it's a little bit bright. I didn't really notice that, but we'll go. Alright, that's 4. We're going to place our last and final image now, which I believe we just lit up the side of this. And this one I can also see myself, so that would have been 2 frames, or not 2 frames because it would have been one long exposure. I would have been in 2 spots. So this is another reason you could see that it's better to just do it like this. Alright, so we're going to be brushing everything else back in, all the changes that we've made. And as you can do this, you kind of start to see it just come to life. Everything you've done, you just see a huge difference. Now we'll just brush back in. You can use whatever frame of the sky on each one you like. I should have pointed that out earlier, but I really like the first one for some reason. It's the clouds started rolling in toward the end, and I just think it looks better. That's, you know, personal preference. You could do when you could take all the clouds out if you want it, whatever. Anyway, all right. So we got a little bit of it left. Kind of brush it back in, and then we'll go from here. Alright, you can see the difference that makes. Taking that away, bringing it in. I do like on the new one, I brushed in a little bit right here and dropped down that purple. That kind of made it a little better, so it's not so bright. So little clicks like that, like if something's too bright, if you just click it and drop it down, I mean, look at the dimension that you get in there. If it's bright, it's blown out, it just looks boring. Change it, darken it up a little bit, and then you start getting that detail. That really pulls you in. I like that a lot better. So basically that's it. Lightpaint Composite. Here's where we started. And I'll go one by one. Added that in. Up next you add that in. You got this. And then you got that. You could say it's like an HDR kind of thing, but no, I don't I don't think so, but I have had some people have said that some of the stuff I've done like this, like it looks like HDR, but it is what it is. Quite a fan of composites myself. Yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully this works for some people. If not, do it your way. Everyone has their own ways, to each their own. So like, comment, let me know if you have any questions, post them below. All that stuff. All right.